invite. And everybody, welcome back to the After Hours Gaming League Sunday Showdown between Google Glass and Dotblock. So both teams are on the scoreboard right now. We saw a very commanding ZVP as Heisenberg from Dotblock just completely owned that game from start to finish, you know, gracefully. Had great concaves, had great flanks, and just really got it together. In the first game, it was a TVZ, and we saw a move toss win go for the 7 roach push, and then get mutas directly after that at a strategic time to kill quite a few SCVs, but not enough. And Turing just being able to do his solid macro and just come in with Marines and Marauders and just end it.
Yeah, pretty well said.
Mm-hmm. I feel. I love that Heisenberg game was pretty awesome.
Are you gonna steal that build against Protoss?
I mean, I already know that because I had that show match, you know, versus that chick, versus Silvari, and
Is that what you did to her?
No, she killed me completely because she went Immortal Sentry all in each game, and it's the hardest thing to stop. It's like the one thing I did not practice because I practiced with Sarah. And she wasn't necessarily like, she doesn't do things like that. She macros up. But I was able to, you know, as I started to get better, I was able to, you know, take her on, and it was fun. But she never did that type of play with me.
Oh, you could have practiced against me. Would have done all the strategies.
Practicing against you is so fun, but I lose. I remember the one time. I remember there was a time when I was like beating you, sort of, when I was like really into the game. But then
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did like a best of 7 at Landfest.
Yeah.
That was like 4-2. I kept on doing the same like blink stalker +2 timing or something. You had some bailings. One of them you had bailing, and you killed me with that. And then I did the Archon Zealot. I remember.
Did you win with the Archon Zealot?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And spawning in that bottom position representing Google Glass, we have a Mantric.
And spawning on the top right hand position, we have the red Protoss. It is Dirk Diggler.
What is it? What is a Dirk Diggler?
I have no idea. He represents Dotblock. I think it's a character. I can look it up real quick.
It's a sandwich at this place in Kent, Ohio called Mike's. It has an X-wing fighter in the front, and I've had the Dirk Diggler.
Okay, so so the Dirk Diggler story. Dirk Diggler story, 1988 mockumentary featuring the rise and fall of Dirk Diggler, a well-endowed male porn star. That's what that's from.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, the idea of a Dirk and it digging, it's porn-esque.
Okay. We do have Mantric taking out his base outside. Why do people take the base outside?
Because
well, I guess for Zerg for a third.
Yeah.
There is no hatch block. Maybe because Dirk Diggler was gonna hatch block him, and Mantric just took it.
I really think it's because if that early when you get your hatchery, you're not worried about too much happening with it or going on. So you can just take, and then the idea of having a third that you can take that you don't really have to defend feels great, because defending a third against Protoss sometimes is really, really, really annoying.
Yeah, that's where they're gonna hit. Mantric will look around with his drone. He's gonna see everything, and Google Man just loves these extractor and just stealing kind of things, dude. Extractor again, saving their drone. He's gonna chill there for a while, and safe natural being taken down by Mantric. So 3 base Zerg against 2 base Protoss. Super duper happy for the Zerg.
Yeah, I mean, with Zerg, I mean, what has he seen so far? I mean, he's seen that it's going to be Forge expand. And with that, just go ahead and take 3 bases. There's no reason why you shouldn't, unless, of course, what he sees that Nexus go down. You got to see that other Nexus. You got to see it.
Yeah. Overlord coming in for Metric. Gotta scout around, see what's coming. And we're just gonna see a macro. Drones and probes being built. Gateway on the way. This probe just looking at this extractor. It's pretty, yeah, like they said, it's very diligent. It's just watching.
Maybe he digs.
And it's gonna start, yeah.
Working on it, but I mean, he doesn't really need to do that. Or is he not going to make offensive units for like ever?
Yeah. There you go. He's gonna start poking at it. It'll take a while before that dies. Meanwhile, Gateway, Cybercore on the way. Queen's being produced. Mantric not getting speed.
Now he's starting to get his gas.
Starting his gas. Just safe macroing, moving around with Zerglings, checking for pylons everywhere. So if you look at the path of its links, he checks up to like the top of the ramp, and then there's already a probe like up on top. So their Diggler's like right in this safe spot where he's not gonna get scouted.
That's good. Where's that over? So the Overlord is still kind of poking around, seeing what's up, and we're coming around the 7-minute mark where we kind of see our Protoss player like choose his tech, like what kind of tech he wants to open up with, or not open up with, like go into the mid game with, because we are entering mid game.
I think he's waiting for the Stalker to come out, chase the Overlord, and then drop down. He waited for the Overlord to move away, and he's getting 2 more gates and a Robo Bay, Robo facility, and this probe on the left side. Dude, it seems like maybe he'll go for an immortal timing. Because this probe on the left side's just been super safe there.
Is there anything over there? There are 2 lings just kind of chilling, but they're just.
But they don't see it.
They're just inches away from seeing it.
Oh, they don't see it. He's like in the safe spot there. And maybe if like the probe moves down to put the pylon, then the Zerglings will get him. Yeah, the probe is gonna end up killing this extractor. And the good thing extractors don't produce broodlings. Do they?
No, they do. They do not.
That'd be kind of unfair.
You should just gas steal, and then just have them die and kill probes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty clever. What happened to the probe on the left side? Did it get killed? I wasn't paying attention to it.
It did get killed by those 2 lings.
Okay. And we do have 2 forges, +1 plus 2 being researched. Damn, man. It's gonna go for the aggro mode. And finally, that extractor dies.
A 9-minute Roachborn. Feeling very safe.
Dark Shrine, man. Spores. There's already spores on 3 of the bases, so this Dark Shrine's not gonna do much.
And if you're gonna do Dark Shrine, you're gonna probably want to do it earlier, especially if you have a 3-base.
Yeah.
Zerg.
Definitely, dude. I would have gone with, instead of the Robo, just the Dark Shrine. I guess he's just gonna follow with the Dark Shrine in case it doesn't do much. And here he comes out.
Hydra.
Dirk Diggler coming out. And he's taking his third. Oh, the third ace denied. That probe getting chased up. And super useful for Mantric. Denies the third. And he knows it's about to be taken, so.
And this cued him to start making units, but he started to put down a Spire and then decided to go Hydra Den, so we looks like we might be seeing Swarm Host in this game.
Yeah, probably Infestation Pit, +1 range. And it's gonna go to a long game. We do have a Robo facility, so at least that'll be the path to build Colossus.
He doesn't need to go in there. I mean, he knows what tech is gonna happen. I mean, really, I feel you only need to scout to see if it's. I mean, if you see him actually taking a third, like you're cool for a while.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he doesn't take the 4th.
The DTs, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna get anything done. Oh yeah, Swarm Host coming right now. 4 in production. Enduring Locust is evolving.
Oh man, this might go for the long game. No Colossus just yet. Tech just yet. Another Observer. He could go for the, yeah, that's true. He didn't get DTs for the DTs. He got him for the Archon. He could go with, a couple of DTs in the Observer and then just snipe the Swarm Host. That's also super useful.
Is Colossus tech out yet?
No, he doesn't have a Robo-Bait just yet.
He's gonna need that fairly soon.
Well, he doesn't realize that there's Swarm Host just yet. He hasn't moved around with his Observer. He does have a Phoenix moving out, moving through the middle of the map, and he can't see with his path. He's not going to be able to see the infestation pit.
And it might die before it even gets there.
Yeah. He doesn't see the infestation pit. He forgot to check behind the bases. I guess he's just counting for bases.
Didn't see that fourth though.
He didn't. He died before he could get the path to the fourth. And +2 armor on the way. These locusts are about to finish. And there's 4 swarm hosts, and there goes the infinite trail of units.
Of tears, you mean? Tears brought about by free units.
Yeah. It's silliness. I think if they cost 1 mineral to produce a round of locusts, that would make people not mass swarm hosts.
Yeah.
Or it would make it so it's not an infinite game.
I've seen people talk about that on Reddit, just what they could do with the swarm host to make it work, and it was sort of like cost money or was a cooldown, but it took a long time for them to generate more, so you actually had to micro the locusts.
Yeah, they do. The new patch realm has, I think this one's 25 seconds now. I don't remember. I can't mouse over there. So the new patch does decrease the life of them, I think, and the spawning rate. And he's doing something very smart with his swarm host. He's moving 3 up and then leaving 4 behind just to block and to cover for them. Meanwhile, Colossus Bay finally on the way. Stargate, I guess he saw the locusts.
Yeah, with
he's getting his 4th. And Aling's gonna come in and poke at the 4th. So yeah, he's getting Stargate. I guess he could go for Void Race or Carriers. And then we could just do the free unit versus free unit game. But like Carrier Interceptors cost, so not sure.
But you probably would want to get Tempest to get that range.
Yeah. And plus he has the Observer, so you could just snipe everything in range. Good point. He does have 2 spores, and he's now covering his swarm host. I've thought of in this position of just setting up like a barrier with DTs so the locust can't get through it. But then that's a lot of DTs, dude.
That is a lot of DTs. But in this game right now, Zerg's been ahead, like, cause Zerg's got the bank right now. He's got the gas bank, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just all gonna come down to, can Protoss keep this 4th? Can Protoss keep pushing Zerg back? I mean, this is what's happening right now.
Not die to the free unit. It's what it comes down to.
I mean,
yeah, it doesn't have.
I mean, for so long. I mean, for so long. I mean, what do you call it? Force fields are gonna work for him. You know, he needs that Colossus tech out, and I mean, Mothership Core helps a lot too, or Mothership helps a lot too. Uh-oh. And Immortal Kid has dropped from the game, unfortunately, as you can hear by that buzzing. So that means I will be solo casting the rest of this. We'll wait till he drops. Wait till my boy drops from the game. Man, 17 minutes into the game so far. Who's ahead? Zerg. He's banking up. He's just banking up in general, and he's at 168 supply. He'll be able to make some more swarm hosts. I mean, right now he's making static D to protect them, so he can keep moving forward on Protoss and just inevitably just choke him out. And I dropped you from the game. And what's happening down here? We do have a warping of DTs at this 5th location. Going to be able to make short work of that. But coming back around, just more locusts just coming up. It's going to be pretty hard for him to hold. I mean, he has 1 Colossus in production. He really needs to get a few more. I mean, as long as he's fighting these locusts and losing units, I mean, Zerg's such in a good spot right now. And did anything happen? Oh, it looks like he dropped them into. He's trying to drop, but he can't drop into this main or into this natural. He's going to lose it, but he's doing... Oh, but he's losing them all, unfortunately. And he will lose this fourth, unless, of course, these DTs do. He's making Archons out of them. Again, he could have made that wall, but 2 Colossus out right now, 3 Colossus, so that's a good, you know, segment of... It's a good chunk of Colossus to deal with these Locusts. Oh no, Jan! And we have Vipers on the field, so this is... Depending on what he does with these Vipers, where it looks like he's just going to abduct the Colossus, bring them in, destroy them, and the Mothership Core, so no Nexus Cannon. Wow. Really good micro from our Zerg player from Google Glass. And bring in the Archons too, so just going to pick them apart. It's definitely going to be a bloodbath in Zerg's favor at this moment. Going to be able to just slowly choke him out. And going ahead and taking the gold on his opponent's side. That is cheeky. Totally cheeky. Yeah. Oh, and there we go. We have the GG, and Dirk Diggler taps out, and we have Google Glass getting another point onto the scoreboard. Yeah, that's a tough spot for Protoss. I mean, especially if Protoss isn't quick about necessarily like getting Zerg by. Zerg was on 3 bases like untouched for a long time, and that's not particularly what you want to have happen. And where is it? Round 3, Team 1. There we go. Google Glass 2-1 right now. So it's game point, and we'll be right back. I have to get Immortal Kid back on the call.